hear the voice of reason.
Now recently, my style, black, corners, round the clothes, in other words, clapping, bounces from my home to your catch you. This actual, matter of fact, it's factual. Put it in a capsule, now go and action.
Yeah. Welcome. We shouldn't have. Appreciate it. Welcome to another edition of Tell It How It Is. This is Voice of Reason. In case you didn't know, we're going to jump right in. How was the weekend? And I don't mean the singer. You got to be on the up and up with things. You control everything that's in your life. You have the say so. You know what I mean? However you choose to handle that and deal with that. There's no excuses this time around. Whatever's going on, you control. All right? So on that note, don't ever forget how they played you to make somebody else feel comfortable. Now, I don't want this segment to come off like rebellious or negative or malicious. It's just being mindful and using your mental to control your emotions, not your emotions controlling your mental, if that makes sense. So on that note, when I can pick this and say I agree, but I don't want you to, there's no retaliation here. You just keep a note of how you deal with said person. You know what I mean? If you deal with them at all. It's just standards and boundaries. You know what I mean? You go, okay, I see the type of timing and this is how I'm gonna move because of that. And that's really it. So, when you use emotions or you really like in your feelings, AKA using your emotions, and something really bothers you, disturbed you, broke you, I get it. The initial reaction or the initial behavior set is not to be logical, not to use, mental intelligence, mental maturity. So you may want to get at a person in other ways than to just be smart about it, distance yourself and set the boundaries. You know what I mean? There's a difference there. Shout out my man Merch, he helped me get this shit kicking and all that. You know what I mean? And that's it. I don't really got to stay here long. Next. If a man does not love his mother, can he properly treat a woman? Wow. Merch, you got bars for that?
That ain't true. That's definitely not true.
Okay, Merch says that's not true. I see where they going though. This is the setup. So a woman would like to know, most women would like to know that you love your mother because that to them may feel like you know how to be in a relationship or how to treat a woman. The life is different today. This is 2024. There is no cheat code. There is no bio that's going to guarantee shit work out. So yes, it sounds good. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. It sounds good that if a man loves his mother, you feel comfortable to deal with him. But does that mean y'all are going to work out? You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean that you can't set that standard that's important for you. Again, how did I start the show? You control your life. So if that's just, you want to have that as a disclaimer, then do your thing. But it does not mean that that's going to work out because he loves his mother. And it doesn't mean it's going to work out if he doesn't. Some things don't have, come on. Traditionally, and back in the day, we can use these type of references to see if that will determine how things play out. It don't got to be that way. It's tough because it's you supposed to just not, a man loving his mother has nothing to do with a woman though, like his woman. Like he should just, I get it. It should just be because you were created. You feel me? The respect and the love of being here. Like you wouldn't be here if you didn't have your moms. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like that on its own. It shouldn't really tie into this relationship thing. You know what I mean? I get it. I get why y'all trying to tie it together. And you can say I'm biased. You can say whatever about me with this. But I just feel like it's a fucking distraction because it really don't play out. It sounds good. I'll keep repeating. It sounds good. But that's not what determines it. And not to get super religious on it. Again, I just think you should give flowers for being here and who's responsible for bringing you here. You know what I mean? But what happened in their life, parent-child relationship, the child could have a good perspective of why they feel, they're a man now or a woman. Because now I'm going into just the dynamics of parenting, period. Whatever their experiences are, whatever they went through, that's their experience. And they can feel the way they choose. You know what I mean? Like, it's not from a disrespectful. It don't got to be from a disrespectful level. Love is a powerful word. You know what I mean? And we know how it should go. We wish things were painted pretty all the time, where it's like, okay, this is how this is how that should go. But it don't work out like that. People have trauma. People have things that they've gone through. And, some get over it, move on, and some hold on to it until they're able to really express themselves and get this shit out so they can move on and then get back to how things should be. Sometimes those things don't play out. I know I kind of took a while to get into it, but that's what it really is with this statement right here. We don't know what's going on. So you should go into more details about why or why not before you just judge if you present this question, ladies, to a potential partner or someone you dating. We need more details. Things are not just yes and no if you have a smart mind. All right. No disrespect, but some of y'all can't find a good man because y'all act like niggas. There's no way to sugarcoat that. You can be like, act like a man. No, you act like a nigga. So women, I wish I should have had a female guest. Explain that. Now, how do you think you're carrying yourself in that type of way? Is that equal to masculine, which we discuss countless amount of times? How do you behave? Really, do you really analyze? And I'm sorry, I'm getting at y'all real quick. I am. How do you behave? Do you actually sit there and pay attention to how you moving? You just justify it based on what's happened to you? Whatever you got as baggage, are you using that as fuel to behave how you behave currently? Have you gotten over it truly? Are you healed? Did you seek therapy? Do you have a strong corner? These are things you need to ask yourself to try to justify why you behave the way you behave. Why your defense mechanisms are wild. Why your guard is all the way up. Now, if you address it and you understand it and you've been mature about trying to get to a solution, then carry on. But I feel like you really don't check yourself. Check yourself. Men do. Real men do it anyway. We do it privately. Why would we put that on blast? But you got to check yourself. Am I bugging right now? How am I moving? How have I been moving? Is this the way I really want to be? Does this serve me a purpose? Does it make me feel like I'm getting somewhere? Is it elevation in my behavior? You need to do that too, ladies. It's not one-sided. So if you find yourself hitting a brick wall in your search, dating with a purpose, trying to find a partner, trying to just be happy, first of all, the happiness starts within. But if you're really trying to find something solid, ask yourself, check yourself. Really, Truly. You can't continue to have a certain demeanor. You know what I mean? Certain demeanor about the way you carry yourself, the way you respond in interactions, just how you carry yourself as a whole, and think that that's going to slide. You know, you're only going to get certain energy back based on the energy you give. Now, being women is fucking phenomenal because no matter how shitty you act, you are still going to get options. You still are going to get approached. So you don't really see the L immediately. You already lost. But because you'll still get approached no matter what hand you play, what behavior you show, you will get approached. So you feel like you can't feel me right now. You can't feel it because you don't lose out. You still gonna get your numbers. But is that the attention you're looking for? You may not even care to know about numbers. You may not go for social media, stats. A lot of y'all say that, but I think y'all be full of shit because I think the stats do play into your self-esteem and confidence. Like, tell the truth. Even if it ain't valid, you don't know these motherfuckers. If you go in your DM or wherever you post stuff and you get love, tell the truth. How that feel? You'll sit there and go, well, I don't know them. That shit don't matter. Cut it out. But I'm not saying that everyone responds and interacts with it, but tell the truth. Social media is your therapist. Bars. I think I'll give myself a thing for that one, right? Go back here and go. Social media therapy. All right, let me stop praising too much. Anyway, all right, next. Pet peeve. Damn, Merch wasn't there. He'd have been a good witness for this. So I'll tell y'all as I tell him. So the pet peeve is holding your liquor at events, not being able to hold your liquor at events. Stop being weird or too extra. Know your limits. So because this is on cam, I can't give the names, but Merch, when we was at Chapman, right? You wasn't there.
No, but I seen Legacy.
Right. So there.
I didn't attend.
Okay. So there was a cat, right? And you know, when you break down the understanding of it and you get back to just not being on 1,000, not being too turned up about it and really analyze the situation. Bottom line is boy had too much, too fast. And so he was weird, like moving and touching and bumping and yo, I hate to be at events. It's already hot. It's already packed. So I understand there's going to be a little brushing up against the calm, normal thing because it's packed. People are getting by, going to the bathroom, going to get drinks, looking for their peoples. You're going to have that's going to happen anyway. But we do not need a nigga that can't hold his own shit doing the extra bump, the extra talk, the extra. So there was a cat that was like that. You know what I mean? And let me show you the difference between characters, not judging, and I can't get into exact names. So I encountered boy first, like twice, and he even had like a rag he was swinging, and he hit me with the rag too and all that, but I already knew he was cooked. So I'm like, yeah, it's irritating, and I could just wash him right now, but I'm not on that type of time, and, I'm getting one with, the higher powers. It's a lot to lose at this stage of the game. If I really wash you, that means I'm going to have a hell of a case to prove that you really needed washing. So I'm going to eat that for now. So boom, it's ironic that I'm like, all right, boy, let me just stand clear, boy. Because if he brush or bump me one more time, I can't promise. So I just made my distance. You feel me? And it's not trying to be tough. I'm serious. It's already packed. It's already hot. Your patience level is already tested. You feel me? That's why a lot of people just don't go to that type of thing. I get it. Moving on. Same cat pulls back up, and another person that I'm around, that I'm with, we're in a group. Other cats we involved with, New York in the building. comes across the same cat, but he wasn't like me. His one encounter had him ready to wash him. And I had to go, I get it. I witnessed it. So we had to calm that situation down. You know what I'm saying? No face, no case. I ain't trying to start shit. I'm just saying, that's the whole pet peeve thing. And that's it. That's all I'm giving you. The bottom line is, when you go out to social events and there's alcohol involved, know your fucking limit. Don't act like Superman, He-Man, and you not. Pace yourself. It's for your benefit. It's not me trying to control you. It's your benefit, because you're there to have a good time. You're there to whatever other reasons, but you want to last. How you cooked in the beginning of the shit, or wherever, even if it was mid. And I don't even care. You shouldn't get cooked to that point, period. Have your fun. Pace yourself. Know your body. Know yourself. You all looking fake brolic, but you can't fucking handle it? I'm confused. And it's a maturity thing. You get older. I know sometimes, like, you know, if I want to give him a little bit of a play, if it's your birthday or you really celebrating some special shit that only you got, you may feel invincible on that note. And still, I don't give you a pass. You still got to hold it down. But if you just, what the fuck, doing it to do it? Because honestly, these social events, what we really celebrating? We just trying to have a good time. We work hard throughout the year, yada, yada, yada. Whatever your personal reason is, cool. But you got to hold it down. That shit look crazy and you going to get cooked, because a lot of niggas is not patient. A lot of people don't have the maturity, and I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, life is hard. You know what I mean? We're already somewhere where the head is on a swivel because it's packed. You know, the extra shit, you just going to be a target, my nigga. So just hold it down. Hold it down. Drink water. Seltzer water. Yo, I was at, my peeps could co-sign. I'm having water and seltzer water. Like, I'm making sure I'm staying afloat. And the one time I was, because I ain't going to act perfect on this camera for you. The one time I had too much, I still was nowhere behaving like that, though. And that's because I checked myself out. Like, okay, I had enough. Stop. Some people know that. They get that warning, and they still keep going, though. I said, okay, this is finished, right? Finish line. Cool. All right, cool. And still know how to hold it down. So you got to do that, seriously, all jokes aside. That's really annoying, and you going to get hurt out here. I'm done with that. Flying through this. It's sad to see a good person change. Life is like that. I said to somebody, it's not who I am, it's who I become. So the mature part of it is they become aware and got to protect their peace at all costs. So this thing about being nice and friendly and helpful, and you got to have a tight selection of folks that you can remain this way. You build the roster, men and women and or women, whatever the fuck, right? And they're solid. These are solid folks. Now, this good person you tend to be can remain because you have a solid circle. They ride for you, you ride for them. But again, we're not in a perfect world. So what are you going to do? You're going to meet people outside this tight circle, correct? In interactions, period, social events, work, whatever. Especially when it comes to your dating based on who you is, right? So whoever you dating. Now, you so comfortable being this good person because of your circle that when it's someone outside of that circle, they may not deserve that energy, right? And this is where your intelligence comes into play, that everybody don't get the same. They can't appreciate it, nor will they reciprocate it. So you got some people that sit there intelligently, have patience, break it down, and know who and who not. And then you got the people who are lazy. Can I say they lazy? They just over it, tired, so nobody get it. You just be respectable. You know, if you can, you look out. You know, if you choose to care, you can. but you basically just watch your own back and do things that please you and benefit you the most first. You know what I mean? And then if you have a little energy left for motherfuckers and go, all right, I can look out. I can look out on this. But this whole just good guy, good girl, and I'm just saying that to be politically correct. How many good girls? I don't know the numbers. Anyway, whatever you want to do to protect your peace, I support. As long as it's not like fucking other people up in the process. You know what I mean? Like, that energy is just never going to get you right. But I know that you pay more. You pay more being good than being bad. I'm sorry. I hate to say that, but that's how I feel from my lens. You pay more being good than being bad. But I don't justify being bad all the time and being cutthroat and fucking niggas up. But the being good, people take advantage of that. You can't really take advantage of somebody being bad. It's ignorant. It's ignorant. And that's how the world is like shaping. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, there's a lot of ignorant people that might watch this and go, yeah, being bad, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say, I get it. If you're not mentally tough, you know that's what it is, right? You know being bad and being an asshole, a dickhead, or whatever all the fucking time is somebody who doesn't have mental strength and are not in control of their emotions. That's all that is. And there's no judgment. It's like, seek help. If they don't get the help, if they don't get the support to try to change or fix that, that's why they remain that way. And it's easy to tap into that. I'm not sitting here perfect. Again, there's moments we all got that. We all got moments of that be bad shit. That this is the type of time that I'm on. Oh, believe me, I'm there. I've been there. You know, and there's no telling. You have to talk yourself off the ledge sometimes. It ain't easy, man. Y'all don't know the plight of a man, a black man. You don't know. Y'all be getting this shit twisted. But it ain't here to rant. I ain't here to rant. So listen, you can be a good person. Again, tight circle. People that you trust. People that always show up for you. Then you can be that. But when you start inviting outsiders or family or people who you ain't really been in contact, so you don't know what they got going on, family, friends, whoever, you might have grew up with them, they might just be from the past and they trying to resurface. You know, you got to be on guard with this stuff. Sorry to say. So if you can't vouch, that's where the good person get tucked and you just be, I guess, respectable. But we buried nice guy though. You know, the nice guy, bury that. Be a good guy for the right people. But that nice guy shit, that shit is dead. That shit got buried. You know, I buried mine's October last year. Cool beans. So just know you protect your peace, please. That what starts the whole thing of your mental stability. You know what I mean? So, closing out. Either you're going to tolerate a busy man or babysit a broke one. I've seen this many times, never addressed it, and I guess this time it just came into my situationship here with the pod. Women, I already know y'all ready to fire back. You're going to say that niggas is liars. They act like they busy and they really not. They out doing X, Y, and Z. If you want to take it from that negative approach, that's on you. And let me know how that works out. Because I saw something else I wasn't going to mention, and that's fucked up. They use future face as the emoji. They said if a nigga cheating, what the fuck is calling 85 times going to do? I ain't justifying it. I'm just saying. Let's be real. So anyway, whatever negative energy you put out there is what's going to manifest. So unless you got receipts, something to really go off of, then you just check out. You don't sit there trying to analyze and break down if he's lying, is he telling the truth? If it's stirring you up that much, then just exit stage left. But anyway, I don't want to get off of this too much. Either you going to tolerate a busy man, a nigga that's on his grind, on his purpose, doing his thing. I know I'm being real niggerish this pod. You know, I'm a little like on one for this one. I ain't gonna lie to you. So pardon the language. Oh, he says nigger too much. You know I don't be on this type of time, and you get the message. Listen to the message. I'm not trying to be ignorant. I'm just trying to really get through to you, because sometimes you got to be this aggressive for the shit to hit. So a busy man, a person really on his grind, on his purpose, you know, providing, you know, whether he got a family, he got kids already or whatever, we still have a purpose. You know what I mean? With or without kids, we got to get to it. You know what I mean? So that could be the absolute truth. And so he's not going to have time to talk to you every half hour or every 2 hours or check in and go out every other day. And why he's not, cut it out, because that's what you want. You want a provider. So now if y'all get to where y'all need to go to be together, now what? You're going to need that, right? Because women can chip in, can play a role, can be a part, can make their own money too, but they don't want to be the breadwinner. They don't want to hold the shit down all the way, and they shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. But you're not going to sit here and criticize or judge or question, is he really busy or not, trying to cause stress somewhere when he's just trying to do his thug dizzle to make that a thing. And you know you're not babysitting the broke one for long. So that's not even an option on this list. You're not going to do that for long. And to be honest with you, you want another harsh reality? Busy or not, if he is scummy, he's scummy. And that's just him. You know, it's not about using the busy as an alibi, because he could be busy and really be a grinder and still be scummy. Sorry to blow that up. Or the babysitting of the broke one, he could be scummy too. Like, because you can't control how this life is, because you can't really predict shit, you're not a fortune teller or none of that, you gotta just go off of, I'ma come to this sane. If I get enough receipts, if something seems too off, and that's to your limit, exit stage left. Instead of sitting here prejudging, pre-jumping, if something don't add up, exit stage left. Because he could be busy and scummy, or he could be broke and scummy. That shit is not attached to a specific person or a specific behavior of a lifestyle. It is what it is. So support the thing that you want. But I will give balance, just because I'm voice of reason. So in the balance of this, yes, a busy man. So you start to really like and want to pursue said man. He should, will he? He should try to balance it out as y'all are getting more into things. So, you know, the beginning, when you first meet, you're first dating, he's busy. His schedule is his schedule, right? You can't expect this super adjustment right away. Y'all interacting, y'all seeing what's good. I'm not going to put a timestamp on it, but somewhere down the line, as y'all are getting to know each other and possibly potentially getting somewhere, yes, the schedule should alter in favor of a little bit. And that's a discussion that needs to be had. How? When? What can we do? How can we break this down? How can we see each other and you still get your bag, still not be too tired, and still show that you have interest? Because if you have interest, you will make these adjustments accordingly. But you can't just come in and expect that off rip. It's just like the women who get to it too, and you fellas, we meet a female that's actually about something and she got shit she got going on. You can't expect a change right away either. And that's the problem with today. Nobody got no fucking patience and want to put in no real work. People think they so privileged that shit's supposed to change right on the drop of them. No doubt, safety. And that's sad because no one's that privileged. I don't give a fuck what you do. You can be the most successful, but they don't know that on the meat. Everything got to be learned, adjusted. You got to feel it out and see. You know what I mean? So until that is justified wholly, everything is trial and error. Everything is trial and error. You hear me? So these things are not perfected overnight or in a week. You got to really understand that life's going to teach you daily. Life is really going to teach you daily, and there's nothing that you can rush to learn. You know what I mean? So that's all I really got for you today. So till the next time, stay positive, stay productive, stay pushing.